Hello! In this video, I'm going to show you the process of flexible transaction-based billing. A simple workflow is now provided for projects that are built on transaction basis. To support a variety of models on the billing rules form, the new time and material type of a billing step has been introduced. A billing rule may have a number of time and material steps for different account groups of transactions that should be invoiced by a different formula. Time and material billing can be executed right after the project transactions that match the selection criteria have been provisioned in the system. Allocation process can be executed before billing if necessary. In the line quantity formula and line amount formula parameters of a time and material billing step, you can use fields and attributes from such entities as project, project budget, project task, project transaction, customer, vendor, employee, inventory item, account group. Parameters, operations, and functions can be applied to calculation. The parameters include @price and @rate. You can use both rates from the rate tables that can be configured in the projects module and rates from sales price lists that are defined in the accounts receivable module. Time and material billing rule supports aggregation of project transactions by date, employee, vendor, and inventory ID. Let's run project billing for a sample project configured to generate draft invoices or pro forma invoices. The tasks of the project have been set up to be billed by the time and material billing rule we have just been looking at. A new pro forma invoice has been generated. Invoice lines that are produced by time and material billing are displayed on the time and material tab of the pro forma invoices form. For a selected pro forma invoice line, the user can click View Transactions Details on the Time and Material tab of the Pro Forma Invoices form to drill down to the list of project transactions for which the billed quantity and billed amount have been calculated by formula in the billing rule. These values roll up to the respective billed quantity and billed amount of the Pro Forma Invoice line. The user can remove a line from the Transaction Details dialog or from the Time and Material tab, and the line will appear in the next invoice. The user can modify the amount to invoice in a pro forma invoice line and make a decision about the difference between the calculated billed amount and the corrected amount to invoice by selecting the needed option in the status field of the invoice line. The difference can be postponed till the next invoice with the option Hold Remainder, written off by this invoice with the option Write Off Remainder. The whole amount of the pro forma invoice line can also be written off and will no longer show up in the next invoices. In case of billing limit amount control, the system applies the limit amounts to the invoice lines as running total starting from the first line on the Time and Material tab. For each line, the system subtracts the amount to invoice from the maximum available amount and uses the reduced amount as the available limit for the next line. Invoice lines for which the over-limit amount becomes non-zero exceed the limit. The user can rearrange lines within the invoice by dragging and dropping them to appropriate positions to make the system apply the limit amounts to the needed lines of the invoice. The user can insert correcting lines into the invoice and move them to the needed positions. These lines are also included in the limit application and may decrease or increase available limits. We have reached the end of the demonstration, and by now you should have gained an understanding of time and material billing for projects in Acumatica 2017 Release 2. Thank you.